Welcome back to the Las Vegas Raiders franchise on Madden 20, guys. This week, our Raiders are in Denver to take on division foe, the Denver Broncos. It's our first game without our captain, Derek Carr. He went down with an injury last week, so we're relying on Jacoby Brissett to get the W for us and keep us perfect, but it won't be easy. We're taking on Bradley Chubb, Von Miller, and the Broncos defense. First quarter action, Josh Jacobs takes the handoff, goes straight up the middle, and he picks up 4. We're looking for a big day from Jacobs today. He gets the handoff again, but gets stuffed in the backfield by Von Miller. It's 3rd and 6, Brissett going to the air, and he hits Renfro on the slant. He gets away from defender and picks up 13. New set of downs for the silver and black. Jacobs takes the handoff, finds a lane on the right, makes a move, and gets out past midfield. 2nd and inches, Brissett goes RPO, hitting Blythe on the screen. He catches a block, cuts it back inside, and gets driven into the ground, and he would go down. Bad news. We'll take a look at his injury later. Then Jacobs takes the handoff, but meets Simmons and Miller on the outside for a TFL. 2nd and 13, Brissett in the gun, tries to hit McLaurin on the drag, but overthrows him, incomplete. 3rd and 13, Brissett from the gun. He drops back, has Rashard wide open, but overthrows him by 10 yards. He's got to do better. That would set up this Daniel Carlson field goal. Raiders get on the board first, 3-0. Broncos look to answer. Bridgewater drops back, slides to his right, and throws a dart to his tight end, Noah Fant, and he picks up a couple. Then Coleman takes the handoff, finds a lane on the left, cuts it back inside, and he picks up 5. 3rd and 1 for the Broncos. Lindsey takes the handoff, has some room, and he powers his way to 6 yards. New set of downs for the Broncos. Bridgewater drops back and hits Sutton on the slant. He spins away from a defender and gets inside of Raiders territory. Bridgewater in the gun, and he hits Sutton on the screen. He catches a block downfield and picks up 6. 2nd and 4 for Denver. Bridgewater drops back, hits Davis coming open across the middle, and he gets 7. Then Teddy dumps it out to Sutton on the screen. He finds a lane, makes a move. It gets to the 20, but gets pulled down by his face mask. You could tack off 15. Broncos within scoring range. Bridgewater drops back, and he swings it out to Coleman. He makes a move and steps out after picking up 3. 2nd and goal. Bridgewater with the deep drop. Swings it out to Lindsey. He makes one miss, but gets wrapped up and only picks up a yard. 3rd and goal. Bridgewater going back to the air. This time he hits Hamilton over the middle. He gets into the end zone. Broncos take the lead 7-3. Next Raiders possession. Jacobs takes the handoff, but he gets hit and stuffed by Derek Wolfe. It's 2nd and 9, Brissett in the gun, and he connects with Waller on the drag. He gets away from Von Miller and picks up 14. Next play, Jacobs takes the handoff, has a lane on the right, puts his foot on the gas, and he's off to the races. Josh Jacobs takes it to the house, 60 yards, touchdown Raiders. Vegas regains the lead, but the Broncos look to answer. Lindsey takes the handoff, breaks one tackle, spins, breaks it to the outside, spins again, and he picks up 9 yards. What a run. 2nd and inches, Bridgewater going back to the air, and he hits Hamilton on the check down. He gets upfield and gets 6. New set of downs, Lindsey in the backfield. Bridgewater goes play action, stands tall in the pocket, loads up, goes deep, but almost gets picked off by Christopher Warner. That was Teddy's first incomplete pass. With Bridgewater going back to the air, goes play action, moves back to his left, but here comes the pressure. Max Crosby gets the sack. It's 3rd and 21, Bridgewater in the gun. He's looking to get anything. He checks it down to Coleman. He makes a move, but only gets out to the 38-yard line. Broncos forced a punt. And the Raiders are pinned back deep. Jacobs takes the handoff, tries to cut it back inside, and gets 4. But then on 2nd down, Jacobs tries to go up the middle, but there's nothing there. He only gets 2. 3rd and 5, Brissett in the gun. Throws it across the middle to Terry McLaurin. He makes a one-handed grab, but falls just short of the sticks. Broncos take over, and Bridgewater drops it down to his big tight end, and he picks up 6. 2nd and 4 for the Broncos. Bridgewater in the gun. He steps up in the pocket. Can't find anybody. He ends up getting sacked by Big Mo Hurst. Now it's 3rd and 12. They give Tevin Coleman the delay. He tries to spin out, but only picks up 5 yards. That's another Bronco punt. Here come the Raiders. Jacobs takes the stretch out right, gets the edge, and picks up 13. He's at 91 yards on the day. The 28 gets it again, bounces off of one of his blockers, gets upfield, and picks up 6. It's 2nd and 4, and Jacobs is a workhorse right now. He takes up the middle, gets hit, and fumbles, but thankfully Trent Williams recovers and gets it out close to midfield. Then on 1st down, Brissett goes back to the air, connected with Terry McLaurin, and he picks up a few yards. It's 2nd and 4. Jacobs takes the handoff, but he can't get to the sticks. He gets pulled down after a 2-yard gain. It's 3rd and inches. Jacobs gets it again, tries to get the first, and he barely gets it. 1st down, Raiders. Next play, Brissett in the empty set. He checks it down to McLaurin. He tries to get upfield, but only picks up 5 yards. It's 2nd and 4. Jacobs gets the handoff, had a hole but missed it, and gets shut down by Chris Harris. 3rd and 2 for the Raiders. Broncos send a blitz. Brissett tries to hit Williams, but it falls incomplete. And that will set up this Daniel Carlson field goal. It's up and good. Raiders up by 6. Next Broncos possession. Lindsey takes the sweep, but gets met in the backfield by Gilbert for the TFL. Then Tevin Coleman takes the sweep. He has some room on the right. He gets stood up and picks up 4. After the 2-minute warning, Bridgewater in the gun, and he throws a bullet to Sutton. He gets away from a defender and picks up 19, 1st down. 1:40 left in the half, and Bridgewater going back to the air, throwing a dot to Davis on the sideline, and he gets past midfield. Next play, Bridgewater going back to the air, hitting Coleman on the outside. He spins away and picks up 7. Then Teddy drops back, moves around in the pocket, and he's going deep to Sutton. He's wide open and gets into the end zone. Touchdown Broncos. They lead by 1 point. But the Raiders look to answer. Brissett drops back, goes deep, but overthrows his receiver, incomplete. 2nd down, Brissett in the gun. He steps up in the pocket. He's got Waller wide open, but he gets sacked. Denver burns a timeout. It's 3rd and 13. Jacobs takes the handoff, makes a move on the safety, finds some running room, and he's off to the races. He has to be one guy. He's gone. Touchdown Raiders. Josh Jacobs ends the half in the end zone. Raiders up by 6. What a first half for both teams. Josh Jacobs is putting this Raiders offense on his back, and Teddy Bridgewater is just picking apart our secondary. Hopefully the Raiders will be able to pull away in the second half. Starter 3rd. Coleman takes the sweep left, catches a block on the outside, gets hit, and only picks up a couple yards. 2nd down, Philip Lindsay takes a delay, breaks through a tackle, and powers his way to 5 yards. He's running hard today. 3rd and 3, Lindsay gets it again. He gets caught up on one of his blockers, gets hit. Let's see if they give him the 1st down. He's real close. It is a 1st down for the Broncos. Then Bridgewater in the gun. He steps right, dumps it down to Coleman, but he gets hit and pushed out of bounds by Chris Forwarda. He's having a great game so far. He's up to 6 tackles on the day. Then Bridgewater with the quick drop. Hits Hamilton on the slant. He makes a move and picks up 13 and a 1st. Then on 1st down, they swing it out to Sutton on the screen, but he gets hit and dropped by Garyon Conley. 2nd and 11 for the Broncos. Bridgewater with the deep drop, and he checks it down to Lindsey, and he gets hit and stopped out at midfield. 3rd and 7, Broncos going back to the air. Bridgewater steps up, moves around in the pocket, and eventually throws it away. Broncos forced to punt. And here comes the Raiders. Jacobs takes the stretch outright, makes a cut back inside, and picks up 11. He's at 190 yards on the day. Then Josh gets it again, but this time he gets wrapped up and thrown down for no gain. 2nd and 9, they give it back to 2-8. He sprints out to the right, makes a move. He had some green, but he gets pulled down after 16 yards. He's over 200 yards on the day. Then Brissett tries to go RPO, but gets sacked by Bradley Chubb off the edge. Now it's 2nd and 12. Aaron Ridley in the game. He breaks it outright, and he pushes his way down to the 41-yard line. That's 11 yards. But you got to bring Josh Jacobs back in. He gets the edge, makes a move, and gets 4 in the 1st. New set of downs for the Raiders. Brissett in the empty set, steps up, had Waller open, but overthrew him. 2nd and 10, Jacobs takes the stretch, but cuts it back inside and only picks up a yard. Now it's 3rd and long, Brissett in the empty. steps up, tries to get rid of it, but the ball gets batted down at the line. And Carlson will come on to kick another long field goal. It's up and good. Vegas up by 9 points. Broncos look to answer. Bridgewater drops back and threads the needle on the outside to Hamilton for 4. 2nd and 6. Bridgewater drops back, tries to hit Davis, but he gets hit and drops the ball. What a play by Nick Morrow. 3rd and 6. Bridgewater in the gun, and he's got Noah Fant wide open over the middle, and he gets out to midfield. Miscommunication by the Raiders. New set of downs, and Lindsey takes the counter right, gets hit by Morrow and dropped for 5. Next play, Bridgewater going back to the air. He's doing a lot of damage, man. He hits Davis on the outside, and he picks up 3. That would make it 3rd and short for the Broncos. Lindsey tries to go up the middle, but Ulysses Gilbert makes the play. And that will set up this long field goal by Denver. It's up and falls just short, no good. And that sets up the Raiders with great field. Brissett in the gun. He hits Waller on the outside. He gets pulled down, but wait, there's a flag on the play. Holding is the call. Bring it back. Now it's 1st and 20. Jacobs takes the handoff outright, breaks the tackle, but would get wrapped up by 2 defenders for a few yards. 2nd and long for the Raiders. Brissett in the gun. He drops back, and he's looking to go deep. He's got his eye on McLaurin, but he gets batted down in double coverage. Then on 3rd and long, Brissett in the empty set throws a rope to Waller over the middle, and he's deep inside of Denver territory. What a pitch and catch. We're in the 4th quarter. Jacobs takes the handoff out left, stretches it out, and picks up 3. Next play, they give it to Jacobs again. He has a hole on the right, makes a move, and picks up 15. Nice run for 28. Then on 1st down, Brissett in the empty set, he slides left. He had Waller wide open, but he gets sacked by Von Miller. 2nd and 16, Jacobs gets it again. He's getting great blocking on that right side. He breaks loose and gets down to the 16-yard line. It's 3rd and short. Brissett in the empty set. He had Waller wide open, but underthrew the ball, and Daniel Carlson would have to come on to kick another field goal. Vegas up by 12, but the Broncos are still fighting. Bridgewater goes back to the air and hits Hamilton on the outside, and he falls out of bounds after picking up 7. It's 2nd down. Bridgewater going back to the air. This time he swings it out to Noah Fant, and the big tight end picks up 5. New set of downs. Bridgewater still throwing, hitting Sutton on the slant. He gets upfield and gets out to midfield. 1st down, Broncos. Then Teddy goes back to the air, hitting Hamilton on the outside, and he gets 5. 2nd down, Coleman takes the delay, and he runs over Joseph to get the 1st down. You don't see that too often. Next play, Bridgewater in the gun. Checks it down to Coleman. He gets hit, but still picks up 6. 2nd down, Bridgewater goes back to the air, and he is just dotting us up. He finds Noah Fant wide open over the middle, and he gets 15. Teddy has 3 incomplete passes on the day. On the next play, though, Freeman tries to go up the middle, but Ulysses Gilbert and the boys get the TFL. Next play, Teddy goes play action, rolls to his right, loads up and goes deep, but throws it out of the back of the end zone. Incomplete. 3rd and 12, Bridgewater coming out throwing, and he hits Hamilton over the middle. He makes the catch but falls short of the sticks. Denver set up to go for it on 4th. Teddy goes with the hard count, and his left guard jumps too early. That's a false start. That makes it 4th and 9. Bridgewater drops back, goes to the back of the end zone, but it gets batted down by A.J. Boye. Turnover on downs. What a stand for the Raiders. Here comes Jacobs. He goes up the middle and pushes the pile to pick up 2. Raiders draining the clock. Brissett hands it off to Jacobs. He takes it outright, breaks 1 tackle, and pushes his way down to the marker. That's a 1st down for Vegas. Jacobs takes the stretch outright, gets the edge, and gets wrapped up and thrown down after picking up 6. After a Denver timeout, Jacobs gets it again, bouncing it out right, staying in bounds, and picking up 4. 2nd and 5, Josh gets the handoff, but the Broncos send a blitz and get the TFL. 3rd and 9 for Vegas. Jacobs takes the handoff, gets a block from 34. It springs him. He cuts it back inside and picks up 15. 1st down Raiders, but that would do it. The Raiders come to Denver minus their captain and get the W, 26-14. player of the game has to be Josh Jacobs today. 31 carries for 289 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he did fumble once. We relied heavy on Josh today because Jacoby Brissett just didn't have it. On defense, Jonathan Abram and Carl Joseph both had 8 tackles on the day. Big Mo Hurst and Max Crosby had a sack apiece. So after that great win, we had some upgrades to take care of. Jonathan Abram gets a point, and we put it into his zone coverage, which gives him an 84 overall with a +1 awareness, +1 pursuit, +1 in speed and zone coverage. Then there's our third corner, Nick Nelson. He's a 73 overall. He gets a +1 on man-to-man, which gives him +1 agility, +1 man coverage, and +2 press. Our rookie defensive end, Brian McElroy, he gets a skill upgrade. He gets a +1, moving him up to a 62 overall, +3 awareness, +1 finesse move and tackle. And our backup center, Bryce Perkins, he gets an upgrade as well as a pass protector. He gets moved up to a 61 overall with a +1 pass block, +2 pass block finesse, and +1 strength. Then our running back, Josh Jacobs, he gets a skill point upgrade, and we put it on his elusive back trait, moving him up to an 87 overall. He gets a +1 for ball carrier vision and elusiveness, and a +3 for spin move. Cleveland Farrell's having a great year so far. He gets a skill point, bumping him up to an 80 overall at speed rusher, and he gets a +1 in awareness, a +1 in speed, a +2 in finesse moves, and then he gets an ability slot. But we go into the bye week limping. We add another injury to our list, this time Chris Blythe. He broke his collarbone and will be out for 8 weeks. Good news is, though, Terrell Conley will be back after the bye week when we take on the Bengals. And congratulations to Josh Jacobs. He was named the AFC Offensive Player of the Week after his huge performance against the Denver Broncos. So that's going to wrap it up for this week, guys. We go into the bye week, getting ready to take on the Bengals. Coming up in the bye week, we'll take a look at the draft class, all the season stats, and where this team is going after the bye. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to ring that bell. Join the Noti Squad and hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And we'll talk in the bye week. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.